Mico Martic, welcome to our program. How are you doing?
Hello, Hannu. Thank you for invitation. I'm really good. Honored to be here.
So nice that you took also time for that one. My first question is, you have a beautiful T-shirt there. Futsal is here. What does it mean?
It means that futsal is everywhere, not just here. I've started to use this phrase to ending my posts on Facebook, and then it became some kind of virus that spread around easily. And now I'm trying to make a business also from this. But for the moment, it is just something funny, let me say.
That's so you have started something really big, also not only in Finland but also all over the world.
I'm trying.
Is here.
I'm trying.
Mico, maybe you're the head coach still of the Finnish national team, futsal national team. Maybe you can explain us and tell something about your childhood, also about your path to the coaching and so on.
I think I'm pretty old. So born in Bosnia, lived there for 10 years. And of course, first love was a ball, playing some kind of football, futsal, street ball, call it however you want, but it was on a reduced space, very often without the real balls. Then when I moved to Zagreb, it was a little bit more interesting, playing on the concrete fields in front of the schools. Then when I started to go to the medium school, every school has had some kind of competition between the classes and later between the schools. It was all some kind of futsal or some kind of football between real football 11-a-side and futsal 4+1. Then when FIFA introduced futsal 1987, it was like completely fall in love into this new kind of game, because I have played for many years already tournaments on 5+1. Then FIFA realized that 4+1 is the best way, and I agree with this, because it brought a lot of excitement and a lot of opportunities to be actor on this small field for everyone who was participating. Then, of course, in the same time I was playing football. But let me say that futsal is my kind of sport, favorite sport, because until 22, 23 years, I was not able to make some kind of big career in football, so I decided to switch completely for futsal. My football coach was so angry and he was trying to change my mind, but virus that I got from this small game was too strong, and nothing can change this decision.
So the virus you got, always when I talk to the people from UEFA or FIFA, for example, and when they talk about futsal and also about the coaching courses and so on, then they quite often, Mico Martic, that's the name they used to say. And so you were already then, let's say 9 years ago, you were such a big name worldwide, also in futsal.
Thank you for this.
But that's probably my question, that you decided, however, to come to Finland. You started in January 2013. Why that? How was the process?
Oh, you have to ask. Maybe this is a question for my pomo, Jyrki Filppu. We met several times on the playground where he was giving me like yellow cards, never a red card. He was always smiling when he was like crediting the people. We met in Damascus in Syria first time. I think it was 2009. Then 1 year later in Homs, always in Syria, and we have had like a lot of time to stay together to talk about futsal. And I think it was the first, it was the beginning of our kind of collaboration. First, we were talking about how to improve education of futsal coaches in Finland. Then when we moved on this, he asked me also if I would like to try to lead the team. For first contract was 1 year contract, and of course I accepted because it was for me also something new. And let me say, this is the way how we started.
So when you met the head of futsal, Jyrki Filppu, you started the process, and somehow you landed to Finland. And how was the feeling? How was the first impression about the players in January, almost 9 years ago?
The first camp we have had immediately after my signing the contract, and we went for Netherlands to play two matches. I was happy what I saw because Finland was already well organized, I believe, and I'm always repeating that Joni Pihlaja did a great job on passion, team organization, and I took already well designed team, so it was not so difficult. I was trying to understand immediately what are the advantages that Finnish players have, and my first conclusion was that they were very good from fitness aspect, and I like some kind of futsal where you don't have to think so much about opponents. You play your game, you are like fighters, and I believe that this is a good characteristic for northern people. So I believe it was not a mistake. I was thinking about many ways to take, but this one like put more attention on defense and try to be organized in defense and don't fear of no one was like good decision.
That was something what players the players who have played in your national team, they used to say that they were waiting for expecting somehow the coach who is yelling and really saying what you had to do. But that was opposite. That was totally different. You get a chance to a little bit think about game themselves as also.
Futsal is a kind of sport where players are depending on themselves on the pitch, so they have to make a lot of conclusions, bad or wrong. So I'm sure I cannot help them screaming around, yelling, and asking them to do what I see from the bench. So it was like a natural behavior of a coach. Don't scream. Why you have to scream if you want to take your players at the end are deciding what to do? So be calm and explain them what are the advantages to be calm, to be like present everywhere, to look behind and forward in the same moment. And they were so good and they captured many of these things immediately.
But it's easy to see that you have the passion and you can give them your passion also to the players. And you started quite fast also to, for example, be involved in the coaching courses. And was it your plan to do it, or was it more like from the federation who was thinking that maybe Mico, he has so many skills and qualities, maybe we can use it in the larger, broader way as well?
I think that we took good direction together with Football Association of Finland, with Jyrki as a head of these operations, with a lot of passionate people around me, because I think one person can do nothing. So at least I can jail or whoever, but nothing is changing definitely. I'm always pointing this good organization and then the also investment into develop of any kind of sport, and it was the most important starting point. When you have people like, I was lucky to find a group of players who were so passionate about this game, people that they were paying the tickets to going to play abroad just to see how like modern futsal, to measure themselves with different realities. You know that you cannot miss your duty. So I was lucky coach all these years, and I'm still lucky coach.
But first, I think it was until 2017, you were coach of the club also in Croatia. Is it right?
Yes, yes, Futsal Dinamo.
But how did you manage to do it? How did you have time enough for both sides?
I think it was like impossible to connect these two things, because when you, of course, Finland has had precedence because I was living on my contract with Finland FA. So I was leaving a futsal club here in Zagreb to leave it to my second coach assistant. But anyway, I think this is not like good and winning formula if you want to work seriously. Now Dinamo is very ambitious club. Futsal Dinamo is very ambitious club. One of the clubs with bigger fans. Few days ago, I was watching their game. 2,000 people, many of them like children. It was amazing to see this game. So it was not so easy. I've tried. I did my best. We did like 3 years in a row, like semifinals, but it was like the biggest result we did in these 3 years. I was coaching then, together with Finland.
You have seen really close. What's the biggest difference to coach the club and the national team?
Of course, when you coaching club, you have your players almost all days. You can apply many things. With the national team, you have to be very careful. You have to like be lucky also to choose the right thing to propose to your players. In a club, in a national team, you need more collaboration of everyone involved in this process of growing. But in the club, you can be a little bit more strict and decide where to move. With the national team, of course, without involving all the parts, it is impossible to make like big steps forward.
If we go to the tactical elements of the game and about the national team Finland, our national team, let's say they used to say quite often that when we play, we don't want to control the game with the ball. We want to do it without the ball. Do you agree?
Maybe not, because when we used to play against teams like Sweden, Denmark, Norway, even teams like Serbia, maybe not against the best teams in Europe, in the world. I think Finland is always a team that can take ball possession, build the attack from the beginning, etc. But when you play against Spain, against Russia, against Portugal, you have to skip a little bit. Otherwise, you spend all your energies to bring this ball into a finalization zone, and then you don't have a strength to shoot it on goal, right? So it doesn't mean that we never tried to play against Spain. Yes, we tried, but very often we are like switching, and I think in some way this can be also successful. But when you play against Denmark and the Nordic Cup, of course, Finland is always a team that is taking ball possession, building attack without big problems.
So it depends, of course, on the opponent. How is it when you think about the whole almost 9 years? Have you changed some tactical elements also over there during this period?
What has changed really is the work in clubs. Finland clubs have excellent coaches and a lot of passion and players that in my country, if players are not paid, they will not train more than 1-2 times a week. In Finland, even not being paid, players are every day at the training sessions. So this is the main difference. It means a lot of passion. It means a lot of wish to improve yourself. And let me say that all the best and biggest things are coming from the clubs. My duty was just to assemble them, give them some like shape, and leave the players to improve it by themselves a lot. And this really happened.
When you talk about the players, what kind of players do you like? Do you prefer? That's something that would you like that they are really good to press and pressing like an animal, running a lot, or tactical? What kind of elements you see always when you're observing the games?
I think that what is leading futsal quality, of course, is the head of the player. So we need everything in modern futsal. We need like decision making, good decision making, fitness aspect overall. And then what at the beginning Finnish futsal was missing was like 1v1 playing, even like fake 1v1. Not always you have to dribble and to skip the opponent player, but sometimes you just show him that he cannot approach you as an opponent that is always running toward his own goal, right? So I believe this changed because our players are really clever, and Finnish culture is a culture of understanding and try to apply, and it works very well. So I'm lucky coach.
Yeah. So, Mitch, I like your style. You're so positive, and you give energy for the people around you. Also with that
Right.
one. But how is it if we think about the tactical elements, and when we talk about futsal and pivot, the player who can really protect and keep the ball close to the opponent's goal, and probably we don't have that kind of players at the moment in Finland. Is it some kind of challenge or problem, or has it been?
In the world, the pivots are coming mainly from Brazil, right? Probably because their pitches are a little bit smaller, and then they use this kind of playing like 3-1, and the number of people playing involved in futsal, and always the best world pivots are coming from Brazil. It is important to have good pivot because without them, now it's very difficult to earn the space and to go closer to the opponent goal. It means also difficult to create scoring opportunities. But Finland is Finland, and I think we are very clever because, yes, we have some kind of pivots, and we have also players like able to switch to go from their original position to pivot position in this way to move a little bit opponent defenses, best players bring out from their comfort zone and bring our wingers into pivot position where they playing against their wingers, and it works pretty well when we switch from these. Not always so simple, but I believe that we have a lot of good potentially pivots, but no one of them is like real pivot that is taking the ball, turn back and score the goals. I'm happy how we are made, and of course we are waiting some kind of talent able to be like new Ferrao from Finland, Ferrarinen or something like this.
I know one thing with that thing you are not happy. You used to say really often that for the players that you had to be more like a Balkan bastards. So they had to be somehow that that's not only once or twice, as I have heard it many times, but also the players. What do you mean with that one?
I'm not proud of these words, of course, because I'm not so nice. But this is like I'm using them just to be a little bit more clear with the players that opportunities that are happening on the pitch, you have to use them. You have to go to the edge to see what the referee is supporting, or you have to do everything to win the game. This is not about that you are like treating someone in a wrong way. It is about the sport, and futsal is this kind of sport. So if you don't take advantage in a different ways, you cannot be like a winner in this sport. Portugal won the world title because they were like biggest bastards in the world, not because they have the best players, I think. So I believe Finland also has these, especially when you explain to the player that it is nothing like offensive or bad. This is just a sport. The rules are leaving us to do this on the field.
You use a lot videos, for example, and that's maybe something. Is it the best way to learn also tactical things that I think during the camps you have been watching thousands of hours, maybe the videos?
Videos can help, of course, but I think that the most important thing is, maybe it will be strange what I'm going to say, but that the players are making a lot of mistakes, because after any mistake, anyone who is clever is putting the question, what I did, what I've done, what I have to do better. And from these making mistakes, you are going to realize what is really correct. Videos are helping just to point the things, but the real development is on the field, during the battle, in the jungle, because this is what we need to make players better. Futsal coaches are lucky because we can change people, players any minute, any time when we want. And I don't believe into growing the players sitting on the bench, right? Players has to go into the battle to show his characteristics, abilities to read well and to act according to the situation on the field. If he's good, he's a part of national team. If not, step by step, the better are coming, and the national team is growing. What I've noted that Finland from 2013, when I took the team, we went forward step by step, always doing the thing a little bit better, even for a small part. But I don't know what happened, but I felt this like improvement anytime we stayed together.
Mico, you emphasize really often the value of the teamwork as well, and not only between the players but also the coaching staff. And you have basically great goalkeeper coach Dusan Martic, Ville Sihvonen, assistant coach, is also here afterwards. Physios, kit managers. You have Petri Tyni, video analyst as well, and also Tommy Linen, the team manager. Is it something that how do you lead them? How do you lead the whole package?
I think they are leading me. So these are great guys, starting from our Pomo, Jyrki Filppu, who is an excellent organizer and motivator, and he's leaving us like excellent way to work. Then Ville-Pekka, Vini, my right hand, he is telling me that he is a Finn, but I don't think he's a Finn. He's some other kind of. He's coming from different country. And of course, Dusan, Ivan Bazulev, Tommy, then other guys who are working as physios. So I think our staff is important thing, and I really feel well when I stay with these people. So this is also strength of our team. I enjoy to work with them.
But you have also some players who are a little bit, let's say, more experienced. Kydel brothers out, Panu, Mika Hosio, Jyrki. Do you use them also somehow as an assistant coach as well?
Of course. Would be shame not use their experience, knowledge, and ability to be leaders. And of course, we have Panu Autio, that is one of world futsal legends. Kitola brothers, that are excellent guys. Mika Hosio, Antti Teitinen, who is not anymore with the team, but he did a great job. So all these guys, I think, are reason why Finland futsal is growing well. So I just can be thankful toward them. And yes, they're helping a lot. I've learned a lot from them. So lucky coach to have good players. And somehow I believe that in futsal it is important that players are understanding all processes during the game. So it means they are already like coaches. And they are bringing this improvement into their clubs, and process is like complex, but at the end is very simple. Better people, better trainings, better clubs, better national team. It was a real enjoyment to work with these old guys, who are still in a great shape, and some of them are going to close their futsal career at Euro, and like a strawberry on the cake, it will be for us, for them, for everyone. Amazing story.
It's amazing story, Mico, the whole 9 years, almost 9 years here. And now you have chance to summarize all the best things, really the highlights, and maybe we can point out some weaker moments as well. What do you think the best moments, the best memories you have?
Best memories. First Nordic Cup we won in Huvinka. 2 goals of our captain Panu Autio against Norway. It was amazing. We won a cup without 1 ear. It was amazing. So then of course we did preliminary round victory 2015 in Montenegro, when we scored 10 goals, winning 3 matches without conceding anyone. Then step by step, I told you that the team was growing slowly, but always growing. Then, of course, when we qualified for the playoffs of the World Cup in Povoado Varzim in Portugal, and I was very happy to see our president there, who was close to crying after this game against Portugal. It was an amazing game. We were so happy after this. We were proud of us, even if we lost against Serbia. It was like the worst moment, but it was not the best moment for us to play these matches after Corona, and we have had some problems in this. And of course, the Strawberry was earned final tournament for Euro that we are preparing now. You know, when you grow, you have like up and down, and sometimes I point that defeats are helping the team to grow, to go on the next level, and this is what is happening with Finland. I'm expecting the best Finland ever in Euro 2022, next January.
Beautiful words. Sounds really, really good. But also, it's 9 years. There has to be some weaker moments as well, some bad memories.
I can tell you that traveling to Finland was always a pleasure, and this group of person and country in general made me better coach, yes, but also better person, because I'm always pointing about your culture, about how the people behavior during staying together, and it's amazing to know what we in Balkan area are missing, to be like more happy, and we are always running and never arriving, and people in Finland are always calm, and you're always arriving at the right point. And now I'm using this experience to be like more happy in my life, and I am. So I'm a little bit Finn. Minä olen Suomalainen.
So sounds really good, Mico. I remember always, maybe it was 4 years ago, I don't remember anymore. It was in August. I picked you up from the airport, we went to the one football game, and my message to you was that, Mico, I'm sorry, but our budget for the next year is not as normal. It's less than this year. And but how your approach to the situation, and also how you handled the situation was as now. It's really like hey, that's it, and I try to handle the situation. So you tried always to solve the problem, and also the situation that it wasn't nice. You just told me that yes, Hannu, we managed to do it, however, and that's why that has been really. It was a learning point for me, but also that it has been, I think, your attitude, your life as well. It has been really, really great. How is it, Mico, when you think about the Finnish futsal league? What do you think about that one? What kind of steps should we take?
Okay, yes. Now I think that the next progress, depending always on clubs, and to be a little bit more professional. But anyway, Finland people, whoever is working in the clubs, trying to do the things in the right way. And as I remember well, when I came, and it was like 1, 2, maybe 3 trainings a week. Now all best clubs are training like 4, 5 times a week, and this is a big improvement. More trainings, more quality, and then of course you have also some amazing coaches and some amazing passionate people around the clubs, and then some also foreigner players that are giving like more importance to our league. We have some guys that used to play last World Cup from Venezuela, from Morocco, from Serbia, from different countries that are giving like credibility to the quality of this league. And matches are much more like enjoyable than in many other leagues in Europe. And I think that many futsal people around the world don't know so much about Finnish futsal league, but thanks to live streaming and many other things, step by step, Finnish futsal is getting like is earning stage on international level. So
when we think about January and Euro 2022, it's let's say it's a tough group: Italy, Kazakhstan, Slovenia, and also that they are pretty tough teams. Even Kazakhstan, I think it was number 4 in the World Cup, right? And what do you think about how is the how is the plan? How do you prepare yourself?
I would like to know what are they thinking about Finland. So I suppose no one of them is happy to have us in the group. I would like to arrive into this stage at the same way we arrived to Portugal, to be very calm, but to be ready to fight well, to believe in what are we doing, and this is the reason why we were like successful. Yes, the group is difficult, but we are at Euro, so if you want to go forward, you have to win against important teams. So it could be Italy first game. We know them well. We lost like last three games against them, but I believe always playing a little bit better. So we lost 7-4 qualifiers first game for Euro. Then we lost home 4-2. Then last summer we lost 2-0. So a little bit closer and closer. Now it's time to beat them, to win them at Euro.
Sounds
definitely,
like a plan, yeah.
we don't afraid these teams, and I believe in our organization, in quality of our players, in everything what we have done last years, and also we have a long tradition. Finland has long futsal tradition, so I don't afraid that we are going to be good. So result will come or not. Let's see. We will try to make it.
And about the preparation, you're going to play against Croatia here in Finland. It's on Sunday in 1 week, in Espoo first, and then in Kauppi in Tampere on Monday. Is it the first time you're going to play against your let's say, home country?
Yes. Usually I was playing with Croatian shirt, and then I was leading also national team for 6 years almost. I know these people very well, and these guys, many of them my players from Futsal Dinamo also. Croatia is a fifth nation in Europe at the moment, and they have very good pivots. They are playing some kind of maybe calm futsal, but getting better and better, because some of most important players now are playing. One guy is playing in Spain, another one is playing in Italy, one is playing in Belgium, and one is playing in Slovenia. So a lot of experience. They are coming into the best age to become important teams. So it is a question of time when one of these second quality group teams is going to make a result at this. I believe Croatia can do it, but from the other side, we like to play against better standing teams, and it will be like our final probe before we go for Euro. So we have some ideas. We will try to apply, and let's see what will happen. So for sure, these are going to be 2 great games, and I believe people will enjoy.
Panu Autio has said that Mico Martic is the best thing ever happened to Finnish futsal. But what have you learned yourself during this 9 years?
Oh, I met a lot of good friends, good people that I trust. Beautiful country. I saw you have strawberries also. It was amazing discover. Okay, so I was enjoying from the first day till now in Finland. Anytime I go, I'm enjoying. So people like Petteri Tuni, amazing guy. We spent sometimes in his cottage, and amazing. Jyrki, Vinny, Petteri, other guys, Ivan Bazulev. Really great group of people that makes my days in Finland always interesting, unforgettable, and I'm learning constantly. Very nice period of my life.
Yeah, beautiful words. We can take one question. Steven Polak is asking, is the physical and technical elements in futsal different to the bigger game?
Okay, probably yes, but we have an expert for fitness, so Ivan Bazulev, who is a great guy for these things. Of course, yes, because lack of space, lack of time, or asking from players to act, to anticipate events. So this is a benefit if you start to work in futsal and you go for the outdoor football. Any player can benefit a lot. Then from fitness aspect, yes, because modern futsal is based a lot on a lot of pressing, a lot of running, and maybe the movements are different. For sure, the surface is different. So many different things, but in our hearts, we are the same sport and same family. So no doubt that we can connect easily to switch from one to another.
Mico, I have still one question. It's about your assistant coach, Ville Sihvonen. What have you learned from him?
Oh, so many things. He is always smiling. He is a West Ham supporter, and I would like to thank him for 2 days ago, 3 points in London. He loves Finland like no one, and I love this, of course. He is a friend of mine, and he will be my friend for eternity. Great guy.
Ville, you can come over here as well. Mico, thank you so much so far for your really great job for Finland and for Finnish national team. The rest 25 minutes we're gonna do it in Finnish with Ville. We're gonna send you back home so you can leave us. Good luck, however, to the game against Croatia and Euro 2022. See you there.
Thank you very much, Hanu. Good luck, Winnie.
Thanks.
See you very soon. Next Monday, I'm in Finland. Thank you, guys.
See you soon.
Thank you, Mico. See you.